A special welcome to our new friends from our platinum years. It's a website that I actually connected with 4 or 5 weeks ago. And it was a website developed uh, initially primarily by Marian Banker. Marian is an MBA and business leadership coach in New York City. And Marian and I connected last Friday, I believe, or last Thursday, in an email. I asked her in an email, as a member of her community, if she would be interested in my contribution in talking to her audience about starting a business. And it didn't take long for her to reply to that email. And she said, sure. And then I said, what precisely do you want me to talk about? And her 7 topics were the following, well, under the big banner of should I start a business? Number 1, I'm 60 plus. What do I need to consider? Number 2, what is my personal situation? Number 3, will I be selling something I know or learning something new? Number 4, what resources will I need? Number 5, what technology will be a must? Number 6, how do I set targets and a timeline? And number 7, how realistic is success based on the answers to the above? Great questions. And thank you, Marian, for establishing them for me. So let's first set a few guidelines, if you will, of how we're going to go about sharing this information. Every day, well, I will produce 7 YouTubes answering those 7 questions. I will then send those YouTubes. And it's very easy to send one and share one. I will send them to Marian, and she can put them on her website if she so desires, and I think she probably will. Simultaneous with her doing that on her website, I have created a landing page in our community. And the name of the landing page is Starting a Small Business for Those 60 Plus. It's davidsbarter.com/starting a small business for those 60 plus. And very roughly, and I started to develop it yesterday, the landing page, and here's where I am so far. All of our landing pages at the top being very optimized and very Googleized. That's the objective of our social marketing, social network technology. Have a banner at the top of the page. My banner is a very simple one. It's my avatar. And then in this location, you'll either see David's Barter, or if I put a media player up in this upper right-hand corner, like we have the capability of doing. Let me show you how that works. We have created a technology platform where you can take inside of your banner and you create whatever design it is you want. Uh, I have created this design for my banner because that's the avatar is a figure, is a design, is a logo, is a brand that we have developed, and we use it whenever we can online. So we have created that, and then in the right-hand side of that banner, uh, Curtis put into place the technology that will allow you to download very, very simply a media player, a YouTube media player. So I'm creating the YouTube now. The next step after creating the YouTube is to quote it with the proper description, which also uh, creates the optimization that we talk about. That's what we mean. We optimize that Google YouTube in their environment. Then we copy that. We just copy and paste that whole thing inside of Google Plus. I have a Google Plus community, a Google Plus circle of community, Google Plus SmallBizDavid. That's my community. So then I will take my YouTube, put it into Google Plus, which then has created a second time for Google to find the information that I created as a YouTube. The first time, because they own YouTube, they will search all of YouTube's for information for their searches. The second place they look is Google Plus. It's their own database of information. Why not be the second place that they look for information? So they look there. Then the third place that I use a Google YouTube is I create every YouTube that I do will create a landing page somewhere in our community. Because I have done almost 375 YouTubes, I now have in excess over 375 landing pages in our community. So we are making very effective use of time using YouTube and a landing